All right, let me share my screen. All right, so I actually already analyzed the charts for the week. So I already got my top uh five for the week. So this should be pretty simple. Which country am I from? I was born in the United States in Miami, but my family is from Cuba. My dad came to Miami in a raft, my mom in a plane. So yeah, I'm Cubano. I actually didn't know how to talk English. I learned how to talk English. My main language is Spanish. So all right, cool. So do you think the market makers are genuinely watching you? No, not at all. No, that was just a joke. Yeah, I don't think the market makers are watching me at all. Like I am by far a very small fish to them. Yeah, not at all. Not at all. I would say just yeah, no, like not at all. Not at all. To me, yeah, no, for sure. All right, so let's start off with USD JPY. Obviously, you guys remember what we were looking for last week. If you guys just go look at the clip from last week, we were expecting for a retracement to come back into this area to retest to then go to the upside. Obviously, we did get a pullback, but not as far as we wanted to. Our alarm was at this point right here, or a little bit above, right around this area. The alarm never hit, never got into the trade. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do. NZD JPY, same thing. We had an alarm somewhere around here because we were expecting for this time frame to have a retracement into this area. We never got it. It is what it is. You move on. What matters is that we were right in the direction, right about the move, right about everything. We just couldn't get an entry. And that's totally fine because this shows me confidence that when the next trade that pops up and it looks very similar to this one, and when it does give me the pullback, it gives me 10 times more confidence to take it versus not. So when these type of things happen that the trades take off without me getting inside of it, if anything, it just motivates me, right? Because it shows that what we're looking for is actually happening and it's respecting it, right? AUD CAD, I'm sure you guys saw this is the entry that I got last week. I literally told you guys right at the beginning of the week, I'm like, all right, guys, we have this left head, right shoulder. I'm just going to wait for the break under it. Once we get the break under, we enter the trade. My stops were, I think, like 20 something pips. My take profit was around here. Oh no, it was right here. I closed for almost a 1 to 3. I closed a little bit above. If I would have actually held, I would have maybe been able to squeeze out a little bit more because you can tell it dipped a little bit lower. But I wanted to get out at this very strong daily level of support, and used as resistance in the past. So I could have squeezed it out a little bit more. Let's say I would have closed at this body, I would have gotten an extra one risk to reward. But truthfully, I was more than happy with what I got, right? So obviously, this week we're looking for continuation sells. But before that, so last week we went 3 for 3. So all three trades that I predicted happened. We just only managed to get into one of them. So I only took one trade last week and it was a win, which was this one. You guys are seeing how every single week I come back in here and I just catch one trade, one solid trade, and that's it. That's what I do. Out of all these pairs right here, I just want one. I want one solid trade, and that's more than enough, right? If you obviously get the risk for reward. So for this week, I have all of these in order. I have Euro JPY, AUD CAD, UJ, Euro AUD, and GU. So Euro JPY, weekly bullish engulfing, rejection from this structure point. Daily time frame, we are bullish as well. And the 4 hour, we are bullish. We got 3 time frames in sync. I basically just want this to come down into here and give me that right shoulder, whether it's here or whether it's going to be here. I really don't care where it is. I just wait for the shift of structure once it gets to either one of those areas. So that's pretty much all I'm waiting on. I would personally, because obviously this candlestick right here has to create the wick. So you already know this has to create the candlestick wick. So that wick, I would love for it to just come into here. And if it manages to come all the way up to here, that would be beautiful. That's basically what I'm waiting for Euro JPY. Waiting for a pullback to this level to then buy. AUD CAD. So I'm looking for continuation sells following this week. I think this weekly candlestick can get a very nice fill. I think we could fill this candlestick very nicely, like fill the whole entire thing. I've talked about this many times. Whenever you get a wick candlestick in the direction, you usually fill it. Wick candlestick in the direction, you usually fill it. Wick candlestick, you fill it. Like whenever you get a wick in the movement, see a wick, fill it, wick, fill it. Like I could go on for days with these examples. So I think this next week we're gonna fill it. And basically what that does for us is on the daily time frame, it's showing that we are continuing bearish. This is now the new lower low. And now we're pulling back, retesting this zone. So I'm pretty much just waiting for a sell to make sense. The only thing I don't like is that the 4-hour went bullish to have this pullback. So the only way for me to take a sell is if we break under this zone, retest it to then take the sell to the downside, because I don't want to sell right into the strong level of support. It is clearly respected. So I need a daily body candlestick closure under, then I wait for that wick pullback, and then we sell. And then we got USD JPY. Obviously, we couldn't get it last week. It is what it is. But if you notice, we have a beautiful inverted head and shoulders, left head, and then finally a right shoulder, giving us the break above the neckline. So all I'm waiting for right now is a wick pullback into this level, which is basically, that's what I mean when a wick pullback. So then retest the neckline of the head and shoulders. If we get a retest of the neckline of the head and shoulders, when we go down to the daily, it'll be a retest of this zone right here. Doesn't look as clean because this is obviously a weekly zone, but it is resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance all throughout here. So I'm just expecting for this trade to give me a pullback into here to then go to the upside. So for this one, I just got to wait for it to get to that area right there. It'll also be retesting the 4-hour EMA. So this is probably the nicer swing trade lining up. Then we got Euro AUD, which is still, I'm still waiting for the same thing. I'm waiting for the body candlestick closure under the zone. As soon as we do that, it's pretty much like all in. I'm all in this shit till we like we're gonna literally have our take profit like all the way down here. I'm telling you, this is just starting the shift of a major bearish trend coming in now. For probably like 2-3 months, it's gonna same way how we did it for here bullish. It's gonna do it for now bearish. So I'm waiting for, like I explained last week, I'm just waiting for this break retest under to sell. So literally just waiting for the same exact play right here, just to happen right here. Have you noticed it's the same exact move? Shit. It's the same exact move, but I'm just waiting for it to happen like this. So it's the same one here, but I'm waiting for it to happen here. And then GU, same exact thing. I'm just waiting for the break under to then sell, because I think this can have a pullback maybe to here, maybe all the way to here. I do like how the weekly is above this for buys, but the daily time frame is bearish, and we are having a left head, right shoulder. We are retesting on the lower time frame, and you can just see the waves, how the waves are just going up, and now the waves are kind of not going up as clean anymore. You could just see it right there. So that's your first indication that it's going to start heading to the downside. But this is our last one that we're mostly interested in, right? This is the one that should have the entry the quickest. This one, the second to quickest, third, fourth, and then last but not least. So that is what I am predicting for this following week. I gotta say my favorite one is probably UJ and then EJ. And if you think about it, they're both the same shit. Because if UJ, you wait for the pullback to come into this area to go long, you're basically waiting for the pullback into one of these areas to go long. So that's kind of good that you got the same thing on both these pairs.